Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now it's the Arizona product that is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he's going to be stopped at that line to begin this ball game.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
On play action, Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's taken in, and he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Hurts gonna hand this one to Shipley.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be brought down. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. Shipley. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Flush to his right. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. The longtime veteran Von Miller getting in to record his 9th sack of the year. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal.
180, 180. Hey, 73, 73.
Off the bootleg, it's Hurts. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
Everybody on that sideline, when you find yourself in a goal-to-go situation, you're all thinking the same thing. You're getting 6. Well, next thing you know, you've given up 2 sacks on the previous 3 plays, and I think here on 4th down, I've lost all confidence in my protection, and I think you got to settle for the 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10.
Ready? Here we go. Set. 60. Go.
A run to begin the drive, and it's Krosky Merritt. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Fresh play in punt formation for Washington.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. from the 39. Here's a 1st and 10. They'll run it with the Boston College bruiser, A.J. Dillon. Inside the 30. And he will score. A.J. Dillon. Touchdown, Eagles. That is first touchdown this year. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles are out to a 10-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
19 Tigers.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
That's good for a Washington
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
at the 38-yard
So,
line.
1st and 10 here now at the 38.
Hawk 70. Ready.
A run here is Chris Rodriguez. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Commander's first down.
A gain of 14. First down.
Daniels with a give to Krosky Merrick. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
We are through one. 10-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 11.
Here we go. 19 Tigers.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
For the Commanders.
Dotson will bring it back. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
They'll start with an option play to the right. And this defense not fooled by the option. They sit with the running back and they get him down for no gain.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hacks to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That one swung out wide to Shipley. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got his man. complete to Wilson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. To the air again. Hurts. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. It is a big play for the Eagles. A pickup of 44 yards. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Now it's Hurts. Short throw taken in by Goddard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. That ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And this is not going to do the trick. Unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it leads to 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will open up a 13-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Start the drive with Kronsky Merritt. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Going to get that complete. This is Sky Moore. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Third down and 3.
Ready?
Throwing is Daniels. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. And he is going to have a Commander's first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down.
Washington, first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard
Come on.
line.
Hit. Let's go.
On the give, Frosty Merritt. And that's going nowhere. Thrown down. Literally and awkwardly. Right at the line of scrimmage.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Big John separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Great. Set. Delta.
On play action, Hurts. Moving outside the pocket.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
It is 2nd and 6.
Hey, easy. Great. Set. Right anyway. Delta.
Now Hurts. To the right side. Caught by Gunn. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Great. Set. Trimmer. Going silver, ready? Hey. $63. Delta.
To throw, Hurts. Catch made, right side by Wilson. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 43-yard line.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. that nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
41-yard line.
They'll run with Shipley. Past midfield to the 45. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
1st and 10.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off, hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands, I can do some things.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. It's Dillon. And the Eagles are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Will Shipley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready? Let's go. Ready?
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. He'll drop this down for Eckler. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Ready, ready.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3. Moore going in motion. On 2nd down, here's Merritt. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it is back to Merritt, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Second down, they need 3.
Ready, ready.
Run over center, that's Merritt, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go.
Get it. 60 boxes, 60 boxes. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Sky Moore. Touchdown, Washington. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Commanders are able to cut the deficit to 10. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Hey, give me a D. Give me the E. Give me an A. Give me an M. And give me the ring. Give me a lock. Give me the rock. And give him the key. What's on that mean? What's that? What's that?
Don't touch that. Don't touch that.
A carry here for Shipley. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Great, great, set.
They'll run for the 1st time with their fullback. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
Come on now, that's just unfair. You're asking them to stop a fullback cold. All he needed was a couple inches to pick up the 1st down. Mike, I think if they run that play 10 different times, he's moving the chains.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Hurts. Trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Great, set. Hey, let's go. Trimmer. No touch.
On the handoff, it's Shipley. finding space inside the 40. And he's out of bounds in great shape down at the 15-yard line. Big-time play for Philly. 37 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. He'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. Now it is 1st and goal.
Great, set. Motion, change team.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
Trimmer. Delta.
And he'll give it up on the pitch. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Will Shipley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away.
Washington will take it. For 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Picked off by the all-pro Zach Ball. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At the 33-yard line.
On the move left, it's Dillon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
It's another go with Dillon. And strong running indeed. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
All resting on the 9. First down and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Throwing is Howell. That's complete on the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Cup 19!
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Big play coming up. Third and goal.
Here we go, set! Viking 18! 60 bucks, 60 bucks, chap 60!
Now it's Howell. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Got it, ready?
So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Come on.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Washington first down. Gain of 12. First down.
Daniels now on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Here's Daniels. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big play there for Washington. 32 yards.
And the Washington first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
Throwing again, Daniel. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up.
Washington Commanders, 1st down. 1st and goal, Washington.
Here we go, here we go! Ready?
Keep it in the air, here's Daniels. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Sky Moore, touchdown Commanders. And that is touchdown number 25 on the year. On is Moody to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer.
Commanders, 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35.
Let's go! 70 Timberwolves!
They'll give it here to Shipley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal!
Once again, they'll give it to Shipley. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Shipley. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
A give, here's Dillon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
second down. This is Shipley. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
19 tight, 19 tight. 18 rattler, 18 rattler.
They'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Shipley. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
Fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Eagles will extend their lead. And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away.
The Commanders take over first and 10. As they're on the 35-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
This is first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 77 Wolf.
The tight end Ertz in motion. On first down, Daniel. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
A gain of 18. First down, Commanders.
On first and 10, here's Daniel. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag there on the play. I think that's going to be holding on the offense. Here we go. This is fourth down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. They convert in style there. Big play on fourth and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. That catch number 40 on the season for him. Here we go. First and goal. Here's the timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. Stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. To throw is Daniels. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally as big, though. We're going to try to make it a one-score game with a two-point conversion. That is caught. They're going to get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points. Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
On first down, here's Shipley. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 11. First down, Philadelphia.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They finish off the regular season with some momentum. And they'll wait with bated breath to find out who they're going to play next week in the wild card round. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from South Philly.